So I just wanted to first welcome everybody to the Team Impact Coach Opportunity Call. We appreciate you guys taking the time to join tonight. We're really excited I guess I should say I am really excited. My partner in crime is on vacation right now in Hawaii, so I'm doing this by myself tonight, but I'm really excited to host this call for you guys. I hope that you can get some great insight as to what our team is all about, what the coaching opportunity is all about, and then at the end, I'll go ahead and open it up for questions. You're welcome to type them in the chat box as we go, or you can unmute yourself at the end and ask me personally. So first off, this is our Team Impact at our coach event last year. We have a yearly event that we run. It's called Coach Summit. And this is just some of the team. This is probably I'd say 10% of all of Team Impact at this event. And it's just really fun to have these events to kind of get together and see that this opportunity is not about one specific person meeting certain criteria to be a coach. This is all kinds of different people from different backgrounds, different stories, and different walks of life that are just coming together to work together and help people change their lives. So to start off, I just like to introduce myself. My name is Brooke Collins. I am currently a one-star diamond coach. I'm a new mom to 10-month-old little Brian. He is the light of my world. He takes up most of my time every day. And I'm also a military spouse, and my husband's gone all the time. He's been home for 50 days this year. And so a lot of times it's me running the household, it's me running the business, it's me, taking care of our son. And I don't have a lot of time. And it's something that I've kind of mastered in this business. And I want to let you all know that if that is your situation, it's absolutely possible for you. But I also came from a background of personal banking. So when I first got started on this journey, I was a discount coach in October of 2013. And that really just meant that I signed up because I was told by my coach that I can get a discount as a military spouse for free if I signed up as a coach. And I love discounts. I like to save money. I'm sure everybody does. And so I signed up to just get that discount on my Shakeology because I was in love with it after the first couple weeks. And that's kind of where it began for me. I was working 40, 50 hours a week, and I didn't really have time to run this coaching business, nor did I want to be somebody who, quote unquote, sold stuff to people. And so I told my coach, I'm just going to take the discount for now. I'll talk about it on my Facebook, but I'm not going to sell stuff to people. And, it kind of just stemmed from there. So I was about 30 pounds overweight when I first got started, and my husband was he had an upcoming deployment. And so I started with Insanity, which was super crazy. I don't know why I chose that program to start with, probably because I had seen all the infomercials on it and just thought it would be a great choice. And I remember laying on the floor every day crying and just asking myself why I was doing this to myself. But then I would just look in the mirror, or I would look at that before picture that I took, and I would say, this is why I'm doing this. I want to make a change for myself. And so, throughout my journey, I ended up losing 30 pounds. But the moral of the story, I want to talk more about the coaching side of this. So again, I signed up as a discount coach, and then in December of 2013, 4 days before my husband deployed, my mom passed away. And I went through probably the toughest time in my life. And I didn't really know Team Impact at that point. I had just been kind of on the team page and just, doing my own thing through my fitness. And they provided a Christmas for my family. And so that was when I really started to see the value of what this team was to me. I didn't even know it, but these people loved and cared about me in a way that I never knew about. And so for them to provide a Christmas for me or for my sisters was huge because, it was right around Christmas time, and it was just a bad year, a bad way to end the year. And so that's when I kind of saw that little light as far as the coaching opportunity. And then my husband deployed, and I just remember driving home that night, and I was asking myself, I just had to beg for time off from my boss, and I had to hope that I had a job when I got back from my mom's funeral, of all things. And I just was like, why am I living this life? I didn't sign up for this. I don't want to live a life for somebody else. I want to do something for me and for my family. And when my husband's home, I want to be home with him. I don't want to feel like I can't take the day off because he just got back from deployment and I want to have a day with him. I want to have that time. And so that's kind of when the belief in myself stemmed through. And I feel like, God in that moment was kind of just talking to me and saying, this is what I want you to do. And so that night, the same night that he deployed, I decided I was going to go all in, and I was going to become a coach, and I was actually going to try and help people change their lives, and I was going to share my story and inspire others. And 6 months into that, I quit my full-time job. So it was a huge transformation for me in those 6 months. Like I said, I lost those 30 pounds. I was working full-time, but I was still I was building myself up enough to where I was able to quit my full-time job, and we were comfortable. I wasn't matching my income. I don't want to like lead you guys on or anything, but I was earning enough to where we can get by, and I didn't have to go to work every day. And then I had more time to build my business. So I did that working 1 hour a day on my lunch break. So that's kind of my story. You know, a few months later, my husband came home from deployment. We ended up getting pregnant with our son, and you know, now here we are. He's 10 months old and growing like a weed, and I can't believe it. And it's just been amazing to be home and be a part of his life. You know, like I said, my husband's gone all the time. So for us, if I had to work still, it would be like my son was being raised by somebody at daycare, and I just didn't want that for me. My mom worked my whole life. She was a single mom, and I just wanted to be present in my kid's life. And it's nothing against moms who work. I think it's amazing, whatever you choose. But for me personally, I just wanted to be home with him. And so it's been a great opportunity for me through coaching to make that possible for our family. Next up, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of my monthly income growth. So like I said, in October when I signed up, I was just kind of talking about my transformation as I was going. I was sharing my workouts and how much I hated them. And then I would talk a little bit about Shakeology here and there. And I made my first paycheck of $19.44. And I'm pretty sure it was one of my good friends who was like, well, if you're doing it, like I'll sign up and do it with you. And so we were kind of doing it together. And you know, March of 2014 was 3 months into me actually working the business, and I was earning $500 a month. And again, that's me working for 1 hour a day in addition to my full-time job. So that was just extra money for our family, and that was huge to start paying off that debt that we had built up. You know, you get married and you build up all this debt, or maybe you get married and you already have debt. So that was huge for us to be able to start putting money into savings or to start paying off those credit card bills and all that. And then a year later, I doubled my income. And so I do want to share with you guys, in that year, 2014, it was the toughest year my family has ever seen. We had 4 funerals, we had a miscarriage, and we just went through a really tough time. And so my income doubled in that 1 year, but I think it could have done a lot more. But I just didn't have that time to put into my business. But I had the freedom to choose to be with my family in that time. So that was really important for me to share with you guys, just because money doesn't always talk to everybody. Like, the money part of this is great, but I got to be with my family for all 4 of those funerals. I flew home every time on my Beachbody paychecks dime, and that was cool for us. So then in that year between 2015 and 2016, I made $1,000 more this past March compared to the year before. So I have 2 business centers currently, and that's completely allowed within Beachbody, and I earned $1,800 in 1 month. So I went from making $19 a month to 2.5 years in making $1,800 a month. So I just want you guys to kind of think about the possibilities for yourself and what $19 a month would be for you. Maybe that's filling up your gas tank, or maybe what $500 would be. That's, you know, a car payment, and so on and so forth. You know, and at this point, I'm paying off our mortgage. We paid off $60,000 in debt. We're completely debt-free aside from our mortgage, and it's just been a blessing in our family to have that. This is the lovely Blake, who's not on the call, so you could look at her picture real fast, but I'm going to skip right past it. And we wanted to share with you guys the founder of Team Impact, Lauren Knight. This is her weekly income growth. So in 2010, she was making $100 a week, so $400 a month. That's great. 2011, she was making almost $800 a week. 2012, she was making $2,400 a week. And just last year, she was making $8,500 a week. So like $30,000 to $34,000 a month in income from Beachbody. So that's the founder of our team. Like, that's what you're signing up with. That's the kind of success you can see. She's in the Millionaires Club. She's officially earned over $1 million since she joined Beachbody. And this business has more than transformed her life. And so that is still possible for us. It's not like one of those pyramid schemes where like we're going to sign up and just make her get rich and rich and rich. Like, we have the ability to make that same income if your efforts are there. Excuse me. So what makes Team Beachbody unique? A little bit of background with Beachbody and where it all began. So fitness is kind of where it started. You know, we had the programs with Tony Horton, and the infomercials is primarily where they were sold from. And people were getting results, but what they were seeing is a lot of people were buying the programs and not completing them. I'm sure we've all been in those shoes where we have that program that's sitting on the shelf and it's completely dusty. We never finished it because it was just too hard and we didn't have the motivation to do it. And so what they came up with was these message boards on teambeachbody.com, and they're still there. But with these message boards, you can go to that board and you can ask questions about your program. And somebody who had completed the program would share what they did to overcome that struggle, or what helped them through their program. And so they just had that peer support. And so Beachbody recognized that, and they came up with the coaching opportunity. You know, why not reward these people who have done the programs, gotten great results, and now they're helping others, and they're helping us to sell our stuff? Why would we not reward them and give them an opportunity to change their life financially now? So, you know, they added in the nutrition, they added in the coaching opportunity, and then coaches started running accountability groups on Facebook, which I'll touch on in a little bit. And it just kind of transformed from there, and it's just become this great business full of health and fitness and supporting each other. You earn prizes for submitting your results up to $100,000. There's, I think, 4 people right now in the runnings to win $100,000. They pick one man and one woman every year to win $100,000 for just losing weight. And I don't know any other company that will do that for you. So a little bit about our revenue growth. So we've had a consistent 54% growth rate year over year, and it's still going up at that rate. You know, there's still so many people out there who are looking to lose weight, or who need somebody to inspire them to lose weight. The #1 killer in America is obesity, and Team Beachbody is out there combating that #1 killer, trying to make a difference in people's lives through health and fitness. So just know that it's not too late to join the business, because we've had this much growth. We still have that growth. It's still prospective to continue going up and up and up. And it's just great to be a part of a company that's only, like, I think 2007. So we're almost 10 years into the business, and we still have that kind of growth. Last year, our coaches helped 1.5 million people. So before I get into that, I love this picture. This is actually Coach Summit last year in Nashville. And we basically shut down the city. It was 25,000 coaches that came to this yearly event. And this is us doing a live workout with the celebrity trainers. And it was an amazing experience. It was something that I'll never forget. Just seeing the streets of Nashville. I live 45 minutes from there, so it was really neat to just see a city so close to me, full of people that were just so energetic and so fun and so different and so just ready to help people change their lives. But again, we helped 1.5 million people get started on their fitness journey last year. And I know a lot of people might look at that number and say, well, that's great. Like, there's not that many people left. Who am I going to help? But think about the world population. Think about just the population in the US. Like, that's probably 1/4 of the population. So we're just dabbing into what we can really do and what potential this business really has. So this is the perfect time for you to join, because if we've helped 1.5 million people last year, maybe this year we'll help 3 million, and you can take part of that. And next year we can double it, or whatever the 54% growth rate is. That's what we want to continue. And we can't continue that if we don't have different coaches that are joining and reaching different markets of people, because I'm not going to relate to somebody the way that somebody else might relate to. Not everybody wants to be a part of my team, because not everybody knows me or trusts me or relates to me, but they might want to be a part of your team because you're a different person with a different personality and different background, and they can relate to you in some different way. So it's definitely a special opportunity to have so many people from so many different backgrounds with the ability to see success in this. So on to Shakeology. So this is the #1 product sold. It's only sold through coaches. And I can personally attest to the fact that I did not believe in it when I first started. I had been like a yo-yo dieter, and I was somebody who was like, I hate protein shakes. My husband drinks them. I don't want to touch them. Please just, like, I'll just get insanity. I don't need Shakeology. My coach talked about the benefits and showed me a few videos, and I was like, all right, I'll try it. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if I hate it, I'll just send it back. And I had every intention of sending it back because I knew I was going to hate it. And then I had that first drink, and I loved it. And after a week or two of using it, I actually started to see results from it and feel better. And I was, saving money every month on my food bill because I wasn't eating out at lunch. I was having my shake for lunch, and it was helping my cravings, and it was helping my regularity. I'm sure everybody can understand what that is. So it was just helping me to improve my health outside of just the fitness realm of things. And it still is to this day, 2.5 years in, I drink it every day. My husband was a big skeptic, but he's always deployed, and the nutrition out there is awful. So I actually mail it over to him, and that's what he drinks to get his nutrition, because they serve like nasty macaroni and cheese out there, and he hates it. And so Shakeology has been a godsend for him because he loves to work out. He's crazy. I mean, I hate working out. He loves it. Opposites attract. But, Shakeology for him has been great for somebody who is such a skeptic. I mean, he's always asking, like, when's my next box coming? And have you sent it yet? Have you sent it yet? So that's pretty cool to see too. There's several different recipes and different ways that you can make it that really just will help you in your journey to health and fitness. And then we also have something for everyone. So another objection we receive a lot is, well, I like to just go to the gym. I don't want to do a home workout program. I'm more of a gym person. And my answer to you is that's okay, because my husband's a gym goer. I used to be a huge gym goer. I'm not now because I have a baby, but you can get these programs and you can get the apps for certain programs and take them to the gym with you, and it'll show you what moves to do at the gym. So you're not mindlessly walking around the gym clueless. Or maybe you just want to do your own workout and you just need a new protein supplement. And so we have our Beachbody Performance line. Or maybe, you had a long vacation and you're just ready for a cleanse and you want to try something like the 3-day refresh. Maybe you travel a lot for work and you don't have the ability to always have your DVDs to stick into a DVD player. We have the digital access where you can access it from your phone. It's basically Netflix for Beachbody. And all of the programs are right there for you. And then we also sell the equipment. So there really is something for everyone. You're not going to be left out if you sign up as a coach and, you have a certain area like that that pertains to you. There's going to be a solution for that. And then again, we talked a little bit about challenge groups earlier, just more in detail. I'm somebody who used to see the infomercials on TV and I would be like, oh, they're totally photoshopped. Like, that's not the same girl. Look at how different her hair looks, or she's more tan, or whatever it might be. These are real people. And these people in these photos here are people from our team and from other teams that are associated with us that have had these kinds of results. The one at the top here, Rebecca, she won the $100,000 2 years ago. And, it's just amazing to see what kind of people they are. Like, they are real people. I've touched her, like her hand, we shook hands, and I know that her results are real. I've heard her story several times, and that's inspiring for me because I was a huge skeptic that all of these results were fake. I've had my results personally, showcased on the Body Beast website, and a lot of people on our team have won the $500 prize or the $1,000 prize and been in the runnings for the $100,000 prize. And so these results are basically given to people through challenge groups. So like I said earlier, you buy a program, and a lot of times we don't have that motivation every day to just work out and want to do it every day. So the challenge group is there for you. And so as a coach, we run those groups, and we're not going to just throw you into coaching and say, hey, now you're a coach, you better go run a group. You don't have to be a fitness professional. You just need to be somebody that's open to sharing your journey. It's right on Facebook. We also have the new Challenge Tracker app for people who are not Facebook users. And it's just a place where you get daily support, motivation. You check in with your workouts. We help you with meal plans. And we just kind of build this community. I have an ongoing group right now. And all of these women in there have actually friend requested each other. They're from all kinds of different states. And they friend requested each other and just become really good friends because they've been there for each other through the last few months of supporting each other on their journey, and they just want to continue that friendship outside of the challenge group. So it's just really neat to help people form those friendships as well. And then some of the benefits of being a coach. I talked a little bit earlier about the fact that I have a 10-month-old. So my work hours are not I don't have a schedule. I work whenever he's napping, and his naps are sporadic. And sometimes he's up all night, and so I want to sleep in, and I don't have to get up early. And so I get to set my own work hours, and that's been huge for me. We get rewards like commissions, travel opportunities, recognition, bonuses, all that good stuff. You can build this business online or in person. You don't have to be a huge online Facebook person to build this business. We have all kinds of different opportunities and ways for you to build it. You get to meet celebrity trainers. You get that 25% discount. And then again, you just get to be yourself and inspire others. The main thing that we want you guys to know as coaches is that we want you to be yourself. We don't want you to pretend to be somebody else or pretend to be some fitness guru who loves working out every day, because that's not the reality for you, and people are going to see right through it. We want you to be yourself and to meet that market of people that are in your network that need somebody like you to inspire them, because you're going to inspire them in a different way than any of us could. So these pictures here are just a few pictures of different events that we've had. This was our Team Impact party last year at Coach Summit. This was a couple years prior. We got to meet Shalene Johnson, and then this was on the Success Club cruise that we just went on for free for helping 3 people a month in the year of 2015. So free cruise for helping 3 people a month. I mean, you can't beat that. So what is a coach? You do not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. We really, I mean, you can be, but you don't need to be. I wasn't. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to lose weight, and my husband was really good at it, but I wasn't motivated by him in the gym. I was intimidated, and so I wanted to do something by myself, and I would go in that room and shut the door and lock it and do my workout, and I wouldn't let anybody see me. And you know, now 2.5 years in, I've learned a lot about health and fitness, and so I can share that kind of expertise that I've learned throughout my journey. But in the beginning, I had no idea. I was just telling people like, hey, you should try this program because it's worked for me. And then they would try it and they would get results, and it kind of just duplicated with the domino effect. You don't have to already be at your fitness or nutrition goals. We have several coaches who are still on their journey. I was still on my journey. You know, I didn't have a significant amount of weight to lose, but there are coaches who have lost like 50, 60, 100 pounds, and they're still going, and they're great coaches because people see them on their journey. They see them going through the struggle, and in turn, they're inspired by that. And you definitely don't need to be an experienced salesperson. We don't want you to be a salesperson because we're not about selling stuff to people. What we want you to do is be open to sharing how people can change their lives and achieve their goals the same way that you have. Share your journey, talk about your workouts, drink your Shakeology, and just be proof of the products, because that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to shove it down people's throat. We're not telling you to post every day about the different sale that's going on. We want you to just be yourself, show people what you're doing, and they'll naturally want to join you. Yes, you'll invite people to join you, but it's never like an invite like, hey, you should buy this. It's just an invite like, hey, I have this new group. Do you think you'd want to join? Yes or no. If they say no, then you move on. If you look at my Facebook page or any other people on Team Impact, I'm sure the coach that invited you to this, I'm sure their page is not all about Beachbody all the time, because that's annoying, and we don't want you guys to be like that. And then another thing that we want coaches to do is just always be focused on improving and developing yourself. You know, we're very focused on helping other people. So when you're pouring into somebody else all the time, you kind of get empty inside for yourself. And so we talk a lot about personal development and just pouring positive affirmations into yourself every day so that you can have a positive outlook and in turn help somebody else the next day. And then time, how much time do you need to invest in your business? You know, on our team Impact specifically, we have moms, dads, doctors, nurses, lawyers, bankers, teachers, military, students, and then some people who are all of the above and complete rock stars and somehow handle all of that, and then coaching on top of it. And it's possible because we really only need about an hour a day. Like I told you in the beginning, I was working full time, and I was working 1 hour a day on my lunch break, and that was it. I didn't have much time after that to work my business. And so I would spend 20 minutes building relationships and initiating conversations with people, just getting to know people. And then 20 minutes following up and inviting people, and then 20 minutes on my to-do list and trainings and team pages and posting on social media and sharing my journey and all that good stuff. So really in 1 hour a day, that's what you're going to need to get your business started. Now, yes, 2.5 years in, I do this full time. So I usually work, like I was talking to the team last night on our team call. Right now I'm working 2, maybe 3 hours a day. It depends on the season of my business that I'm in. But I have that freedom, and it's all during my son's nap time. So if he's not napping, I'm not working. I'm playing with him, I'm present with him, and that's the freedom that I've created. So don't feel like if you work full-time, you can't make this work. Maybe you want to make both work. We have several coaches who just want to work their business, but they also want to remain working as a nurse, and they enjoy that, and that's fantastic. You don't have to have a goal of quitting your job. You can make this business work and work full-time and just have this as a supplemental income. And then kind of what to expect from our team. So we have what we call the Team Impact Council, and this is 20 of the top leaders on the team who have had some great success in their business. We all have put together some amazing trainings for you guys. We have, you know, the new coach basics, and then we have all the different groups after that to help you advance your businesses to the next levels as you go. We have weekly team calls. We have monthly team challenges and business challenges that just kind of help you step out of your comfort zone. We have team pages that you're a part of that have daily support and motivation and a place for you to ask questions if your coach isn't available. We give recognition and accountability. We have different team building events that we put on every year. And then also just leadership training. We want everybody to eventually turn into a leader if that's their goal. And so we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to maybe someday be a part of this council. And so we've created all of these tools so that everybody can see the same success that we have if that's what they have in their minds. So there's a couple options as far as signing up. You can sign up and you can say, you know what, I'm ready to join the team and help others achieve their health and fitness goals. Like, I'm all in, I'm ready to go. Or maybe you're kind of like, I don't know, I just want to work really on my fitness journey. Maybe the discount sounds really good to you and you just want to work on you. And maybe coaching will be something that you do down the road. Maybe it won't be, but maybe that would be beneficial to you. That's how I started. I was a discount coach focused on me. And then I eventually transformed into a business building coach. So the opportunity is yours. The sign up is the same. It's just the investment in your own health through a fitness program and Shakeology. We call it a challenge pack. And then your only monthly cost that you have as a coach is the monthly business fee to maintain your website. It's $15.95 a month, and it's waived if you're military or if you're military spouse. So make sure you're talking to your coach about that as well. So then, we've talked a little bit about the income growth. I just want you guys to kind of look at this screen and just ask yourself what an extra $100 a week, $500 a week, or $1,000 a week might mean for you and your family. Putting money away for date night so you can take your spouse out on a date every week. Or maybe you can start building a savings account. Or maybe you have this big goal to just donate more money to your church or to an organization that you're a part of. And you can start doing that once you have an extra income to do that with. So those are just some of the things that you can do, some of the things that our team has done. And we want you to kind of place yourself in those shoes and just ask yourself what that would mean to you. And then lastly, the coach that invited you to this call invited you because they believe in you. They have some kind of reason that they said, you know what, I think that this person would be a great coach. And so why can't you do it? Why not try to change your life? You have nothing to lose. Your only investment is you in your health and fitness. So if you sign up and you hate it, there's no obligation to stay a coach. You can just move over back to the discount coach, or you can quit altogether. But there's nothing to lose in this opportunity. Your only investment is in your challenge pack and giving it a shot. And if it doesn't work out for you, then it doesn't work out. But I can guarantee if you put your work into this and your energy and you're just putting your fears aside, you can really achieve some great things in your life the way that I have and a lot of other coaches on our team have. So I hope that you'll consider it. And now I just want to open it up for questions for you guys. Does anyone have any questions? We always have a lot of shy people, so don't be shy. If you're shy, just unmute yourself and ask me a question. It's totally fine. I promise I won't bite you. Or if you're uncomfortable, you could always type it into the chat. But if nobody has questions, nobody's raising their hand or anything, so I'm going to cut it off. I appreciate you guys joining. I hope that this call was helpful for you guys. If you do have more questions, go ahead and talk to your coach that invited you to this call. And if you need the recording for this, we're going to post up the recording on our YouTube channel. And we just thank you guys for joining and hope that you guys have great luck in whatever you choose in your journey. And we will talk to you soon, hopefully. So have a good night. Talk to you later.